This is the part of the trail you should start at, definitely. Stay tuned for this episode of the Arizona Timeless Tourist. Going to come to this door right here, which goes out to the petroglyphs, but it's an exit only door. As soon as you leave this door, it locks behind you. So remember that if you come out and visit this place, when you go out this door, your next stop is going to be back around to the parking lot. It does not come back into the museum. Look, when you come out here, they have tour schedules. They didn't have any tour at this time of day. I think I got here, I think it's like 9:45 in the morning on a Tuesday. But they do have tours because behind me are the petroglyphs. There are thousands of rocks, thousands of boulders out here. But it's really hard to spot the petroglyphs. You have to really get close, and you can only get but so close. This is as close as you can get. And they have rocks lined up and little spots that show that you can't go any farther. They provide you with a little shady spot so you can get under there and your eyes can adjust. I don't know if it's this time of day and how the sun is reflecting off of the rock, but it's really hard to see these petroglyphs. What you mostly see is the green paint, the green that's on the rock, but you don't really see the detailed petroglyphs. So I got a feeling I'm going to be here. The lady said you can probably be here for about anywhere from an hour to an hour and 25 minutes to get your way around the museum and around this quarter-mile track out here. I think I'm going to be out here for a couple hours because I need to, one of the main purposes of coming out here was to show you how awesome these petroglyphs are. Now there's over 1,500 of them up here. But I don't know if they're all the way up at the top. If they're way beyond what we can see, but I'm gonna scan this for the next hour to try to bring you some awesome pictures and videos. Stay tuned, let's check it out. Now, one of the really cool ones that I have spotted in the last 4 or 5 minutes is on, and I can't really tell if you can see it on this camera. I'm really hoping you can. It's right here. Now that's one of the nicer ones that you'll see that's nice and close up and it's very much defined. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit better on that. All right, I'm still stuck at 3. I've seen 3 really good ones. Where's Waldo? Where are the petroglyphs? As you come, here's a tip. When you walk in, just walk to the top first. Start looking at the petroglyphs and then work your way back, because most of the petroglyphs that you can spot are at the top of the trail. Now I'm getting a little bit more excited. Let's keep going up. Okay, let me tell you how you probably should take this tour, especially when it's summertime. We are at the very top of the trail, and there are petroglyphs all over the place. So if you come here, come to the top of the trail, you'll see at least 10 to 15 petroglyphs right there. You'll see them. You won't be like, is that a petroglyph or not? That's a petroglyph. But here, let me give you a tip, because a lot of people came through here and they're looking around and they just left. They give you a little pamphlet when you come in. It's like 7 or 8 pages long. In that pamphlet, it tells you that when you reach the top that there's these tubes that you can look through, that you can spot these petroglyphs. And people are like, tubes? This is what they're talking about. This is what they're talking about. They have these tubes. Now in the summertime, they're probably scorching, so don't get too close to them. But you look through them, and they show exactly where the petroglyphs are. They got 4 more tubes down that direction, and people are like, well, of course you would look through the tubes, but people are missing the tubes. I'm up here filming for the last 20 minutes, and if I didn't tell them to look at the tubes, they would have just walked by. They're like, how are you spotting this? I'm like, oh, just look through those tubes. They're like, oh, there's tubes? I'm like, yeah, it's written in the pamphlet. I didn't look at the pamphlet until I got up here, so I can't say anything. So again, if you come out here, especially in the summertime when it's 100+ degrees, come to the top, check them out. Then you can take your time and try to find the Where is Waldo petroglyphs. But I'm gonna tell you right now, very little shade. There's only 2 shade spots, and there's these trees that don't give off much shade at all. I'm standing under one of them right now, and I'm still getting a bunch of sun. So if you're gonna come in the summertime, be prepared and get some water. Best time to come is the winter time, like it is right now, even though we are at the end of January and it was 79 degrees when I first stepped out of here just before 10 o'clock in the morning. I just want to touch quickly on how this building seems to have been built. I'm leaving now, so I'm coming towards the path that takes you right back to the parking lot. You don't go back through the museum, but you can see the outside of the building. Check it out. I'm gonna have to look this up, but it seems that when they designed it, the architect, whoever designed this building, designed it right into the elements, right into the environment. It actually looks like it goes right into the hillside. When you look over here, all you see is a wall. You don't see the building where the museum is or the entrance where you come in at. Really cool architecture. If you came right across this bridge, which I'm gonna show you on my way out, you come right towards these petroglyphs, you would never know that that was a building behind me, the museum, the main entrance to the petroglyph facility here. Unbelievable architecture. Pretty cool. Also, before you leave, you're going to cross over a bridge. There's a bunch of stones down here in this little gully area, and they have petroglyphs on them. So check them out as you walk over the bridge on your way out.